Honorable Khan, Brofumi, I say Chief Executive Officer, Honor CEO. Until I'm a bahano, it didn't run office. On a Hanshanensa. The news bedding Kitahu. Minimum no Wakuma Papa. I do obey a beer or Babua. A mabia at talk Kamano. And also obey no diabua. A babano ho, any bedding Kitahu, near make sure say, Bibia to Jojo. Why? Yeah, and so. That's a yes, no, a jan him. Oh, it's unfortunate, but it has happened that within a twinkling of an eye, this has happened, and we lost 34 people. On behalf of the regional minister, on behalf of the president and the vice president, the entire government, we sympathize with the bereaved families. We hope that this will not happen again, especially on our stretch from Kasua right down to, what do you call it, Sefi also. No, our stretch, that's central region. That's our hope. And we want to live with the GPIT and the transport organizations to see how best they can help to reduce such incidents. Last year it happened around Mankesime, and we were there to visit the victims. It's not a good thing that just after Christmas you lose a dear one. It's pathetic, but it has happened. What do we say? We give all to God, that the Lord Himself will console us. Once again, what do I have to say? I share in their grief.
We've lost a great person. And I actually don't know what to say, but just to say that she should rest in peace. God should grant her allegiance to the Fiddles, and we should all take heart. It's not going to be easy, but it's God who gives and it's He who takes. And in all things, you have to give thanks to God. So, Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so tell me, if your mother were alive, she would have supported you. Who is going to support you now, and how is it going to feel? How is it going to look like?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. God being so good. I always said I had two moms, my mother and a younger sister. So I know my mom right here would take care of all of us. I know, because even when my mom was around, she has always been a great support to my mom. And we all love her. We are already used to her already. So it's not going to be difficult at all. She has already been our rock. So it will be okay. It will be fine. Inshallah. Inshallah.
So tell me, when you heard of the accident, how did you feel?
It wasn't easy. I just broke down. But, when you listen to the word of God, words of encouragement, then you get strong again for your other siblings. Because my senior sister, she can't take anything. So I have to be very strong for her and my other junior siblings. So I'm holding up very tight. Inshallah. I'm Zuliatu Abubakar.
It's a day after the accident, and we have people pouring in to come and identify whether their relatives are part of those who are living or they are part of the dead. Incidentally, we have the Member of Parliament for Esikado Katan, who is here, Minister for Railways. He's here. I don't know what has brought him here. Good morning.
Good morning.
What has indeed brought you here?
The accident. I mean, one of the people passed away is financial secretary, constituency, one of the constituency officers, Makonde Haja. Very good woman. She lives in Kojoko. We went. We noticed how hardworking she was in a party in Kojoko. Then she became a polling station chairperson, and then we elevated her to the position of financial secretary. She was a selfless person. She used not just her time but also her money, and it wasn't only politics. She was a stalwart in the society. she did a lot for people. From the reports I hear yesterday, the crowds of people went to her house, the reaction. It shows that she was doing things for people that even others didn't know. She's a very kind person. She was a businesswoman. And in fact, when the day of the accident, I talked to her in the evening. She was querying me. She queries me a lot. I mean, she's also the kind of person who every politician needs people who can tell you when you're doing something wrong. So she said, "Why didn't you come during the weekend?" And I said, I couldn't come because there were some other things I had to do in Accra. When are you coming? I said, I'm coming this weekend. Then she then told me that she was in a bus going to Takoradi, but she came to Accra. So I said to her also that why didn't you come and look for me? She said I'm too busy. When she comes to Accra, she'll come to my office. I'm too busy. But the next time she comes, she'll look for me, and that was it. The next thing I heard was that this accident happened. First, I heard she survived. Then they told me that she had passed away. She was a good person, and so today, cabinet is being held today. Usually, cabinet is held on Thursday, but today the president brought it forward for certain reasons. And you cannot, as it were, excuse yourself on cabinet. I mean, the president takes it very serious. We take it very serious because by the constitution, it's our duty to assist the president. Every 2 weeks we meet in order to think about Ghana, the country that the people of Ghana has given to us in trust for them, to serve them. But when I told the president yesterday about what has happened, he immediately said to me that you must go. And so I told him I can't come to cabinet today. And he immediately said to me that you must go. That's why I'm here today. And we are here to, I don't know what to say again. Because I just, her children are here. I don't know what to say again. She's always around, very calm person, calming influence, on the party. She was like an elder. She was part of the council executive, she was younger than me by a number of years, but at the same time, she was somebody who could tell you that what you are doing, don't do this, why are you doing this, and so on. So we've lost the party, the country, her family have lost a stalwart. The stalwart. It's indeed regrettable. She has her children, I know her family, her husband. I don't know what else to say.
So this has something to do with transportation and all of that, and you are responsible for railway. Do you think that we should tilt our energies towards the rail sector? That would be more safer than using our roads.
I've made that point several times. I mean, about 98% of our transport is by road. Perhaps just now the plane is taking a little now. I mean, that statistic maybe has changed a bit because of the fact that today there's the plane going up and down. But roads are too many roads accidents. I'm not going. I don't know. I'm not going to blame anybody or anything like that. But the train is much safer, and I think we are doing our best. And it is my hope that in a few years to come, we can go back to the old days we came to meet, where you can sit in a train from Accra to Takoradi and not always take a car for these long distances, which sometimes end up in the way we are just seeing. So we are doing our best. I don't think today is a day for me to extol the virtues of railway. I think that will be for another time. I mean, I'm on both sides, and I think that I have the authority of the family to say thank you. We want to say thank you to the president because the Deputy Regional Minister, Honorable Ajay Bafo, is here in his own capacity, also representing his regional minister who unfortunately is in Accra, and also representing the president and the vice president and the entire government. So I on behalf of the family, I want to thank the president for the concern he has shown, and the family just wants to say thank you. We hope that what has happened to us will not happen to anybody else, and then steps will be taken to ensure that there is increased safety on our roads. We all, as members of the family, are still in cars. You cannot walk to Accra, you are still in a car. So it's our prayer that all steps that have to be taken to reduce the incidents of accidents on our road are taken. We are confident that they will be taken, and the representative of the president has made allusion to some of the incidents, and I'm confident that they will do it. Once again, we thank the president and the government for the interest that they have shown and the fact that they've had the time to come and even sympathize with us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, from yesterday to today, we have been trying to manage the mass casualty that occurred on the Takoradi Cape Coast stretch. And around between 12 and 1 o'clock, we had a call from an observer that there was an accident, and we quickly mobilized our resources to contain the situation. You are aware that 30 people came in that we classified as walking injured, and we treated and discharged. 26 had to be admitted because they were moderately to severely injured. Out of that, we had to admit one to the ICU who died shortly after the admission. 5 were brought in dead, and they were brought to the mortuary. And then the police also reported about 28 bodies that had died. So together, we had a total of about 34 bodies in our mortuary that we initiated administrative processes and legal processes to get the bodies identified. And then, they're all coroner's inquest, and the coroner will have to give us the necessary directives as to how to proceed. So from yesterday to today, we have been managing mass casualty. The 25 that are remaining are fine. The ones in the body are in the process of body identification and coroner inquest documentation to go through. And then as and when we get the clearance from the coroner, the bodies will be released to the deceased family. I think that we have seen that the Honorable Regional Minister has sent the Deputy Minister. He wanted to be here himself, but he's in a very important meeting in Accra. And the Deputy Minister has come to represent him and the government as a whole. And what is left for us to do is to ensure that we manage the end part of the whole process successfully.
Okay, so we heard a story of some 2 children who are looking for their parents, and I mean those stories. How did it get you? Because it really gruesome, sad.
Well, it was a bad day for the entire nation. For some of us, a national disaster. Getting infants, we have a record of 3 die out of these accidents and displaced at the mortuary. Is a very traumatic incident, especially for those families that will have to walk through the bodies to identify their own. It's a traumatic situation. We've gotten our psychologists to get involved in these whole processes to encourage and then to help the families overcome the traumatic situation that they are living.
So what are the decisions that are going to be taken at this moment and the moment thereafter? Because I have seen some family members pressuring that their bodies should be released to them.
At this moment, we are hastening the processes of the coroner to get the clearance to release the bodies. And then, as government representative, we'll be looking at the financial issues with regards to the fees that the families are supposed to pay, and then probably waive them off. Those who came through the accident and emergency in accordance to policy, national policy on managing emergencies, have been treated without any financial cost to them. That's what the policy says, that we should treat regardless of the ability to pay, and we have done that. So we'll be gathering the necessary documentation and reporting as such when everything is over to our board, the governing board, and then the Ministry of Health.